Good morning, it's 2:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, August 16th, Friday. You might be wondering why I'm up so early. Because I wanted to catch the market maker doing his early morning dump. Let's see where his trades are. You see it 1768.73, 74.95, 1768, spot 74 at 73.39. So there's no doubt you can see the market makers trades perfectly clear at the same market size. Okay? So there's no doubt those are the market makers trades. They're the same market size. Now let's go over the formulas. Okay, you all know what we got to do. The sell side first. They will not let this go over $75 because the walls are now kettled in to trade between 75, 74.95, 74 spot 95 minus 74 spot 12 equals 83 cents. It's not 44 cents. Let's do the next wall. You see the mid-market price is the same in this case. $73.39. Now there's a 10 cents difference, so these trades are not equidistant. Pardon me, I just woke up. The gap between the prices, the equidistance prices, is more than 10% off between these two prices when it comes to being equidistant. And I can tell you where the price is going to be by another simple formula. $74 spot 95 plus 73 spot 39 equals, and you just simply divide it by 2. 74.17. Now, I don't know what else I have to do to prove. You know, inevitably, after what I've reported and shown people on the basic math just here right now, and I've done it multiple times, you could just sit here for 4, 5, 10, 12 hours and keep running these formulas through. You'll never see 40 to 44 cents, and you'll never see it being equidistant. Okay? Here goes the first agency letter that brought this crime to my attention after we came up with the formulas. Now, I don't want these documents shown in their entirety, but I think it has to be shown. Okay. This here is a letter from the IRS. They're going after these guys. This is from the New York State Attorney General's office. They're going after these guys. This is the professor I was from the New York Attorney General. Told me to send all my information to. He's a law professor at Fordham University. He's connected to the New York Attorney General, and they told me to go to that person, turn everything over to them. I also referred this to the Department of Justice, and they turned around and told me, well, after they have a department that will say, you give us the evidence, and we'll tell you if you got a case or not, or if this is a crime. Fine. I turned it over to them, and I originally sent it into the antitrust violations, because that's what I thought it was. And they reviewed it and said, well, you do have a problem here. We find you have a valid case, but you don't go to. There's a video here. You'll see it. I show you the email. You go in. You go into the wrong area. After we reviewed this, the antitrust people, this is actually criminal fraud. They said referred me to their criminal division. They did not say you don't have a problem here or a valid case, and dismiss it. If you read the email, you do have a valid case. It's going to send it to the criminal fraud people. We're going to refer you to them, and then we're going to start investigating. The IRS wants to know what's going on with this. They sent me a letter to keep them abreast, and a phone call, keep them abreast of this situation. The way the IRS got involved is when Coinbase sent those letters out. I actually had to call the IRS and explain to them. So they asked me, why is this? Why is that? I told them. And the agent says, very interesting, Mr. Russo. We want to keep abreast of this. They were filling out. I didn't tell them to fill out the 211 form, but the information after they brought it to their supervisor, that IRS went and opened up a case because this market maker here is telling the New York Department of Financial Services that they're making 40 to 44 cents, 40 to 88 cents per coin on the spread, and the spread is never under $2. So they're making anything from 73 cents to, if you add these two together, I'll show you. $0.73 to $1.56, which is very mild. Usually he goes for the $2, and I think he's attempting to do that now with this dump, so he can have a $2 spread. Right now, he drove the price down. I recorded how he did it. He used the scissoring trade, the scissoring trading technique, and I don't even know. He probably doesn't even know what the names are, but he's just following these stupid tricks. If you want to bring the price down, what he's doing now, since here, he put in two trades. Now you see my fingers, the larger of the two trades. This is this trade. Then he came in with that big trade for 4,000, which would be the larger trade. You could do it this way. You want to do it that way so people don't get confused. This is the price. He scissors the trade like this, brings the price down, then he brings his walls together, does it again. It's called scissoring. Scissoring can also, in the way he's got the Kettlin's rate set up, it could be done the opposite way too, to bring the price up. Okay, so that's what I've seen. That's what I recorded. These techniques aren't new. The problem is reading the order book. The problem is reading the order book is now a lost art. There's nobody who knows how to read an order book anymore. Now I got on tape where I spoke to one of John. I'm always being referred to this agent now who works with Brutus. He works. Does Brutus work in a dispute resolution? He's not a lawyer. Now, what I think they're doing, honestly, is that they're fishing to see what I got and seeing if they could fight it. Which is normal. They can't fight this, okay? And I know they can't fight this because I've given this to 5 different agencies. They reviewed it, and to them, it's an open crime. The CFTC, I went to them. Now they know it's an open crime, but they were confused about it. How did this? No, these are lawyers from Harvard and Yale. They're younger than me. Okay, the head lawyer is probably younger than me, so they never seen this before in the order book because again, it's a forgotten art. But math proves that it works. Math. That's what these simple calculations are. Now I got a lot of people that are despairing. They're coming to me. I could tell in the tone of their comments that these people are people that got ripped off. This is a scam here. And if you look at Charlie Lee, his last interview where he was, let's see if we can find it. The guy never looks at the camera. He's always looking down at the floor. If you look at his latest interviews, I'm not even going to do the honor of showing his face. He shouldn't be showing his face in public. He knows this. I can tell he knows this. He should know there's a shitstorm coming. How do you guys tell me, especially these shills over here, everybody's spreading FUD about Litecoin. Everybody's spreading FUD. How do you call looking at a graph and saying there was development here after Charlie sold out? There's no development anymore. Charlie put his coin on Coinbase. He openly, him and Brian Armstrong, the owner of the exchange, whom they worked for the same company where Charlie was an engineer. That's there. Crypto Chico puts that there. I have that. He has the documentation. Charlie Lee worked for Coinbase. Then he puts his coin on Coinbase. The price goes up to $375. They publicly announced that it's going on Coinbase through tweets. The price goes up. He sells out. The price plunges, and now there's no developers left. You go to the Litecoin Foundation and look how many full-time developers they have now. When Crypto Chico told you there was 4, it's even worse now. There's only 2 developers. All you do is go to the Litecoin Foundation page, and it's there. These guys ran a scam on you. Jordan Belfort would be proud. They ran a scam. Even asked Jordan Belfort about this. He said they're running a scam. They ran a scam on us all. Let's admit it. Okay, put the sign of despair behind you. These are all the people that got robbed. Put despair behind you and start following what I'm telling you to do and go after them. You see, they might have the money, but we have the numbers. All right? You start sending emails to the SEC. Okay? I give you the chairman's personal email to the chairman of the SEC. I have it, okay? I actually get responses from the staff. They talk to me already about this, and then the next couple of days later, Mnuchin on television saying, "We know what's going on." Of course, I showed them. I showed his staff, and then they run it up. He's got a ton of staff. They looked at this, and then they go to their boss. Hey, boss, you want to look at this? The SEC. And then he looks at it and he goes, "Hey, these guys are out of control." He goes on CNNBC and tells people, "Hey, you guys, it's not the cryptocurrencies, but these exchanges something needs to be done about. You exchanges are in fucking trouble." And why are you in trouble? Because your market maker has got you bamboozled, or you're just too damn dumb to know how to read an order book. I'm telling you, time and time ahead to the global head of investigations, if he would have not ignored me and blew me off and was disrespectful to me, that maybe if I would have showed him this, he would have been able to had half the lawsuits that are coming toward Coinbase. They wouldn't exist right now. And your company would probably be more profitable because it would have been more trusted, more people would have came into the market. But no, instead you let your market maker rob people. Now this message is to all those people out there that are watching my video. And just to show you these goons at Coinbase, look how many views one of my videos got where I exposed all of this. 200, it's been up there about a week, 295 views. And it keeps climbing every day. Every day. The agencies are looking at it, the law firms are looking at it, the CFTC is looking at it. I actually talked to the Susan Grandam on the telephone, popped up a video like this, right? This is more advanced from what I taught them because now we know who's doing what. Showed them how it's done. They went over the math. I had a group of lawyers that were there. There were some forensic accountants that were there. And I spoke their lingo and I trained 5 of them in the office over online how to spot manipulation. And they understood it and they said they all talked amongst themselves. They were like, yeah, he's right, he's right, he's right. It does work. It does work. His formulas do work. He's right. He's right. Now they're getting a more advanced course just off of this. These guys at Coinbase, I don't know what your legal staff is telling you. Maybe that they're shielding you from what actually the damage that's coming at you, in order to protect their position at your company to keep that nice retainer fee. Okay? And your market maker is just running amok because your market maker, I hate to tell you, if you don't understand, if you know about this, what your market maker is doing, you're a criminal. If you don't know what your market maker is doing and he's doing it on your exchange after you've been told, you're still a criminal. Negligence or not having any knowledge of what's going on, I'm sorry, that doesn't get you off the hook for a crime. Now, what Charlie Lee and Brian Armstrong did, that's a crime. They pumped the coin price up using public tweets and putting on a reputable exchange, pumped it up, and then they dumped all over everybody. That's a crime. And then you wonder why Chico Crypto's looking at development. Why did development drop off after you dropped all your coin? Why? Because you're abandoning it like any other shitcoin owner. You treat Litecoin like a shitcoin, Charlie Lee. You need to go to fucking prison. I don't care if you're regretful about it. You still did it. You'll be really regretful when you're sitting in jail on visiting day talking to your family through a piece of glass and a plastic telephone. How's that for technology development, Charlie Lee? That's what maybe you could do something in prison. Put them on the blockchain. Okay? So, that's all I got to say on this issue, man. I remember what's going on here after I reached out for help from Coinbase. If you guys don't settle this with me or show any kind of admirable quality that you can redeem yourself in my eyes, where you fix this with me, because I seem to be the only one willing to fight back here, as far as I can see. You fix this with me, and it's over and done. And then you people out there reading this, I'm not going to do it for you. I'll show you how to do it. And you have to go out there and fight for yourself. You have to go back and my camera's got a stutter in it, so I paused during that stutter. But you people out there who are victimized, you're going to have to go out there and fight to get your money back from criminals. Okay? That's what they are. You report. The first step is you got to realize that there is a crime. The second step is you got to prove it. And the third step is you got to report it. That's the only way. You have to have proof. I've given you the proof. I can't bring a horse to water and make him drink. You guys got to do this if you want your money back. You got to turn them in. You're sitting there and suffering, and the people that stole your money, well, they might be a little looking over their shoulder, but they realize you're not going to do anything. And if you don't report the crime, it doesn't exist to the authorities. I reported it. They're well aware of it. Matter of fact, it's the number of bureaus involved is expanding. It's growing. You see, and then what's going to happen since there's so many agencies involved? All these agencies now are going to work together so they can have this huge podium and have the spotlights put on them and justify their budgets. I hope you realize this, Coinbase. Your narrow-minded lawyers, they're only worried about this one guy from Queens. No, it doesn't involve this one guy from Queens. I'm the focal point. Yes, I am. All right. If you're gonna sit there and attack me for slander or something, it's gonna backfire on Coinbase. You know why? Because now since I went to the IRS and they went to the DOJ, I'm considered a whistleblower. Okay, because I have whistleblower status, regardless if I work for your company or not. They consider me inside because I'm a client. I'm involved with the company. So they gave me whistleblower status. So if you attack me with the lawsuit, if you're that dumb, I'm just going to take the lawsuit, copy it. This is what I've been told to do. Copy goes to the IRS agent. Copy goes to the DOJ agent. They're going to call you up and say, why are you threatening this person during a criminal investigation and you're the criminal? It's just going to be another cherry on the shit cake you're about to eat. And this shit cake isn't going to taste so sweet. So that's, again, if you guys are watching my videos at Coinbase now, I know you are, because I gave you the link. You asked me for it. Then the best part about it is I used the email that your Coinbase staff gave me to report this crime. Not once, but twice I tried to report it to give you benefit of the doubt. I reported to the same person you told me again. I tried again to report the crime to your head of global investigations. And what does he do? He goes to YouTube and tells him, that's my private email. He's not supposed to be spreading that information. It's invading my privacy. You idiots at Coinbase, especially your global head of investigations, you're supposed to know all of these laws and be involved in law enforcement. Look at the end of your friggin' email. That email is owned by Coinbase. That's a business email. So that failed. They can't take down my video now. And if they do, I'm going to turn to YouTube, and then I'm going to go to DOJ. Here I am trying to expose the crime and report it live and gather evidence. And YouTube's telling me, no, take it down, because one of the criminals, or one of the suspects, I should say, is telling me to take down the video, showing that I attempted again to report a crime to the head of global investigations using a business company email. These guys, they act so smart because they get positions of authority where everybody runs around the office kissing their ass. I don't work for that office, and I don't kiss nobody's ass. You know where my office is? The streets of Brooklyn, right? With the gun strapped to my hip and a bulletproof vest on. I've done it for years. That's my office. I see the law where it works, literally in your hands. Not in some cushy office where you say, I work with the FBI, the police, and all these agencies. I'm important. And you actually don't do anything for anybody but answer paper. So you're a friggin' overglorified clerk. Don't fucking associate yourself with law enforcement. You're not even close to it. You got police officers getting killed out there. My friends are getting shot doing the same job that I did. My friends are getting shot, disabled, losing kidneys, and Glory Boy's trying to compare himself to people like myself and people who work the streets every day with law enforcement. Saying, oh, I work with law enforcement. Yeah, I'm really impressed. You people need to start, that are being victimized, you need to start standing up and smacking these cowards right in their face with the lawsuit. Okay, so they can't say he's being violent with his lawsuit. Start getting up and slapping these people that you're not going to take it. Open their eyes up. A good slap in the face from the IRS, the DOJ, all of these people. You got to start doing this stuff. It's time that this criminality stopped. We've been victim of it for years. Stop standing there. It's time to grow a set. I'm getting really disappointed. You millennials out there, do you know what manhood is? There's extreme examples of manhood out there. If you watch the movies, they show you what manhood is. Your life is nothing if you don't stand up and protect those who can't protect themselves. Your life is meaningless. It's worthless. How do you got... I see people who get ripped off. They sit there and do YouTube and they blubber about how they get ripped off. Well, what are you doing about it? Find out what you need to protect your family. You need to get your money back from these shysters. They're crooks. They're crooks. That's what gets me more mad. You have an open opportunity. I got people responding. Everybody says, "Oh, you can't do nothing." Yeah, those are the words of a coward. When the enemy's coming and charging at you, and you have a rifle and a bayonet on the front of your rifle, and the enemy's charging you, do you want the person standing next to you, "Oh, we can't get nothing," and leave the line? Stop being cowards. Wake up. You'll be surprised if you stand up. Put your fear aside, because that's what they need. That's what this market works on you, on your feelings. And then after they're done stealing your money, they need that. If you stand up, the fear that they'll hurt you somehow. The false fear that they create to get you in and out of this market. That's all they use. It's just manipulation. They play on your emotions. How about trying another one? Try courage and see how they act. All of a sudden, the story's different when you stand up to them. Oh, wait a minute. He's not backing off. Let's try to intimidate him. You stop putting up those videos. We'll take down your YouTube channel. You used my personal email. Dude, it's not your personal email. It's a business email. It's a company email. You can't even that complaint is not even considered by YouTube, you damn idiot. You're just a lazy, arrogant person who works for a bunch of crooks. And I have your whole email, and I'm going to expose you to every single client that's in YouTube. On YouTube, every one of your clients that are on YouTube, I want them to see the cowardice and incompetence that you have. You know, back in the day, I'd be that kind of person if you robbed me on the stock exchange back in the 1800s. That you know, there was I don't know if you people follow history. Back in the day, in the 1800s, when there was the open air stock market on Wall Street, you know, the cotton, commodities, and everything, they'd be dancing all around there, doing trades over there. People used to go down there and watch these guys do a funny dance with their stovetop hats, and they got called Mad Hatters. Okay, that's how that got in Alice in Wonderland. Years ago, if you did something like this to somebody, like Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, you know, okay, you robbed me. I understand you discredit me and you robbed me, right? Okay, you get your friend over here, grab 2 pistols and 2 swords. We're going up to freaking Central Park. We're gonna settle this. That's how it was done. They didn't rely on anybody else to settle their matters. But these cowards today, they hide behind layers of other people, virtually to take the political bullet, so to speak. You know, when the lawyers come after them. But years ago, those were people of courage. What do we have now? What do we have? We have people that are afraid to wear a fucking hat on their head. It needs to be turned around. Good people should stop running away from these bad people. They need to go chase them. That's how it works. Everything is backwards now. They robbed you. And what do? You run away from the robber and you let him keep your money, and then he robs somebody else. and it keeps continuing. Why? Because the robber gets away with it. Now I showed you simple math formulas. You're gonna let some little squirrely guy who has lots of money rob you every day and rob everybody else. These aren't the thugs you see on the thugs that I deal with on the corner. The thugs that I deal with on the corner will kill me in a second. But you know what stops them? If he even gets a hint that we're gonna try to move on him, he'll probably kill us. That's the work environment that I worked in. Okay, I had people threaten me. So what do? Put the bag down. Here's the bag. Put my hand on my gun. Come and get it. You know what they did? 4 of them. They walked the fuck away. Now most people would call that crazy. No, I call that fortitude, standing your ground. There's a difference. Maybe there was a little craziness turned in there. But when they seen that I was going to stand my ground, and then I don't know if it was a joke, a crude joke they did, but when they seen I was going to stand my ground, and they said, "Who's going to die first?" They left because they didn't want to die. Maybe if one of them would have pulled a gun, maybe they would have killed me. But I can guarantee some of them are coming to hell with me. And so people start standing up. Stop taking shit from these little they're little desk guys. Why are you afraid of them? Even the lawyer. Ooh, we're gonna send a lawsuit and threaten you. I'll wipe my ass with that if they send something to me. And then I'm gonna hand it over to the DOJ and say sorry about the stink. Why? I'm a witness to a crime, and now the criminals that did the crime are threatening me. What do you think's going to happen to these clowns? Don't let them. Don't let you think there's no good guys out there. There are good guys out there. You just got to find them. They're just getting harder to find. And then once the good guys come out and do a job, maybe some of these cowards will get that yellow stripe off their back and start fighting back. These guys need the trouble shoved right up there where it doesn't belong. Stop being cowards, people. I'm showing you how to fight back. Don't put a comment in YouTube and do nothing. Go in. If you don't know how to do something, talk to me. I will show you how. And when you're doing it, I will back you up. That's how we win. We work together. I will back you up. So-and-so sent the papers out. And now they threaten to take his YouTube channel. I showed him how to do what I was doing. Why is he being treated different from mine? Is there some sort of underlying prejudice? Why, because you have money and he doesn't? It's got to be based on something where they're telling you to shut up and not report the crime. They have to have some bias. Why are they telling you that you can't exercise your civil right to report a crime and refuse to be a victim? What is it, Coinbase? Why are you attacking me? Why are you people trying to get my YouTube channel taken down, get strikes against it? Why do you vindictively feel that the peasants shouldn't be trying to confront the lordship over the crimes of many of his vassals? And what's the lordship do? Punish him. Do not let him in this castle. It's medieval, the treatment that you're getting from Coinbase. It's medieval. This stuff has only been done where royalty was allowed to take your land, allowed to take your property, allowed to cheat you. No, this is America. We live in the free world. People, you better wake up, man. These people rob you, and then when they got your wallet in your hand, if you dare to try to take it back, they got their little vassals who'll step between. They need to get their ass kicked. Not physically, by you using the authorities that are out there, and you have to push these people. I know they're overwhelmed, but you have to be a little self-centered. There's nobody more important than yourself, especially if you're the patriarch of your family. You see, this is an open attack to me on my family, my way of life. All right? They're trying to steal my money. They're trying to steal my money from my family. This money doesn't go to me when I die. This goes to my family, and they're stealing from my family. That's all I have to say, people. I showed you the formulas. I showed you what to do. Start calling the agencies. Start filling out the forms. They cost nothing to send you an email. Start fighting back. Give them hell.